Welcome to Carpenter Ministries presentation of Journey Through the Word. If you're watching this video, obviously someone has told you about the upcoming adventure and it's piqued your interest. For some of you, you've done a Journey Through the Word with us before in previous years, so this is familiar territory to you. For others, this may be your first time journeying through the pages of the book, and for some of you, you've been through the Bible, but never with me as a guide. So let me just tell you a little bit about Journey Through the Word and what you can expect. First of all, Journey Through the Word is a 2-year reading schedule. And for some of you, you may say, well, I know there's a lot of 1-year reading schedules out there, and there are many good ones. And I hope you find whatever suits your personality and who you are and your time schedule and your objectives for reading through the Word. But our objective is not to press through the Bible in 1-year time. What we found is so many people with their busyness, with a 1-year schedule, all they do is read, but they don't have time to digest and absorb what they've read. So we slow the pace down a bit so that you can look a little deeper into some of the things that you're reading. Your daily reading times will be from Monday to Friday. We leave Saturday and Sunday open for those times when maybe life does get busy and you get a little behind. And on Saturday and Sunday, you're able to make up the difference and stay current with the readings. And those readings will be about 15 minutes a day. So I trust that every believer can put 15 minutes somewhere in their day to say, God, I want to hear your word. I want to hear what you're saying. You know, so often we approach the word of God, the Bible, like it's just another book. And yet it's called the word of God because it is God's words to us. So I truly hope that somewhere in your day, you're finding at least 15 minutes to set aside to say, God, I want to hear you. I want to hear what you're saying. We take different paths each time we do a journey through the word. Sometimes it's from cover to cover, and sometimes we read it chronologically. This time in our journey through the word, we're going to be reading it according to themes and topics. For example, in Genesis chapter 1, it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In John chapter 1, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And then in 1 John chapter 1, it says, what was from the beginning, what we've heard and what we've seen with our eyes. So in each one of those books, it begins with beginning. And so we read and we look at the beginning in the Old Testament, and we see God's creation, and then we see God's creation, his new creation in the New Testament. And so we look at the themes, and another example would be the life of Job. We know how difficult and the many trials that Job went through. And so we compare that to the life of Paul in 2 Corinthians. Throughout the book of 2 Corinthians, Paul often talks about the difficulties that he's faced and the challenges that he had and how he faced them. So we look at a man named Job in the Old Testament. How did he face those challenges? And then we compare it to a man in the New Testament. How did he face those challenges? Also, what we do is once a week, at the beginning of the week, on Monday, I will put up a blog, and we'll talk more in a moment about where the blogs are, and also a video, which will be on YouTube. And these blogs and videos are put there to encourage you. Sometimes when you're reading through those difficult passages, especially when you get to the genealogies, it's and so begat so-and-so, and so-and-so begat so-and-so. And it's kind of like a boring, but there are things within the genealogies and hidden gems within the genealogies, not just the one of Jesus, but the genealogies. And so I will be posting things that will encourage you to look beyond just names on pages and to see why did God put those things in there. And so it'll hopefully cause us to linger longer in certain places that normally we'd want to just trek through and get through. Where will you find these blogs and these posts? Well, obviously you found this one, and this is on our YouTube channel called A Clear Voice. And you will find that on A Clear Voice, there's going to be 3 different categories of teachings and information. And again, obviously, a trail mix, which is to give you food for thought on your journey through the Word. So trail mix for Journey Through the Word is the first one. And you'll be able to quickly find it on our YouTube channel, because everything that has to do with a journey through the Word will basically have a thumbnail on it, which looks much like the picture that is behind me. So when you go to the channel, and you'll be able to see that thumbnail, and you'll know that's a journey through the Word. And each one will be labeled so you know what week it's for. Also on our YouTube channel, we will have a course for those who want to dig deeper and truly study more in-depth study. We will be putting up a course in January, hopefully, with God's help, if God willing, when the creeks don't rise, and that will be called In the Cool of the Day. And there will be more information on that for those who are interested. Also on Facebook, you'll find that we have 2 Facebook pages. One is for Carpenter Ministries, and the Carpenter Ministries one is not going to have trail mix, because Carpenter Ministries will have more information about what Carpenter Ministries is doing. It'll have more information about our planned trip. It's called A Walk Through the Word, and we're planning on doing another teaching trip to Israel, and that will be in November 2023 for those who are interested in that. And that information will come through the Carpenter Ministries website, and our Carpenter Ministries Facebook page, as well as their website. And then we will have the Facebook page is also called Trail Mix for Journey Through the Word. So each blog will be put up there, each video, there will be a link that takes you onto our YouTube video. So you can either find it by going to YouTube, or you can find it by going to Facebook, or you can find it by going to our website, carpenterministries.org. And once again, we will be putting up the information of the blogs each week and of the videos each week, so you'll be able to follow it. So people who aren't on Facebook can still find all the information that's there. And between now and when we actually start the journey, I will be putting up blogs and videos and teaching aids that will help you to prepare. You see, anytime I have taken a journey, one of the things that I have to do before I ever step foot out of the house to go get on a plane or whatever, I have to make some plans. And I have to know what do I need when I'm on this journey. And when I do a teaching tour to Israel, I don't need fancy clothes and, church go to meeting clothes. I need my jeans and my backpack and all of that. So knowing what the journey entails and knowing what you're going to need for that journey is also necessary for this journey as well. God did that with the children of Israel when he was bringing them out of Egypt. If you read Exodus 11, 12, 13, those 3 chapters, God is telling them, how do you prepare for this journey? What should you take? What should you bring with you? What should you eat? And so he prepares them for their journey. He did the same thing when he was bringing them into the land with Joshua. And if you again read the book of Joshua, chapters 1, 2, 3, God is giving them their information. This is how you're going to prepare. This is what you're going in with. And so the same with this journey. So what is it you're going to need? First of all, you need a good map. And to have a good map, what you're going to need is you're going to have a Bible, because that's what's going to lead you in your journey. But the question is, what Bible? Now, on this journey, you can use whatever Bible you prefer. But some of you might say, well, I don't know which Bible would be the best. There are so many translations out there. And in the days to come, I'm going to be putting up a video on our YouTube channel. It will be in another category, which is called hearing aids. And the hearing aids are little bits of information and how to research and how to dig and what are Bible translations and how did we come up with Bible translations and how do I know what is good and what to stay away from. And rather than go into all that in this video, I just want to say that there's three basic types of translations that you can choose which one will meet your objective. So the first thing you have to ask yourself is, what is your objective for going through the Word? Is this your first time and you just want to get to know more about God's thoughts and his ways and just be more informed? Or are you looking to dig on a deeper level and you want more of that word accuracy? You see, because when Bibles are mandated for translation, they will either be mandated to be translated word for word, taking from the original language, which would be either Hebrew or Aramaic if it's Old Testament, and Greek if it's New. And so they've tried to find the best English word to substitute for the original language. And sometimes that's very hard. And I'll talk more about that in the teaching on translations. But for myself, I like word for word accuracy. I like to be able to read it as close to what God actually said as I can. And so I use the New American Standard Bible, the NASB. That's my favorite. There's another one that's come out within the last few years, the ESV, the English Standard Version. Good translation. So if you're looking for more word accuracy, NASB or ESV, very good translations. If you're looking for more thought to thought, now thought to thought translations are a little easier, smoother to read, not as much accuracy. So if you're saying, well, I want to kind of stick to it, but it's better if I just get thoughts right now, then again, my favorite on a thought for thought is the NLT, the New Living Translation. Very good translation for a thought for thought. Another one that's well known and well accepted is the NIV, the New International Version. And again, good translation on a thought for thought translation. But let's say this is your first time through and you're not real familiar with the word, and sometimes the wording can be a little more difficult and challenging, and so you'd like to have it more that easy reading, then you might want to choose a paraphrase. A paraphrase, when we paraphrase, well, let me paraphrase for you. Let me put it in my own words. A paraphrase is just that, someone who has taken the scriptures and put it in their words. Easier to read. There are some glitches with a paraphrase, but you have to choose which one is best for your journey. And so you might want to look into that. So that come our starting point when we get ready to launch into our journey on January 3rd, 2022, you will have your trail map right there with you. We'll be starting on Monday, January 3rd, because again, we read from Monday to Friday. And besides, it'll give you time to get over New Year's. Again, where will the information be? You'll be able to find information on our channel, our YouTube channel, A Clear Voice. Right now, if you go to it, there's not much there, but in the days to come, you're going to begin to see many more posts, and hopefully we will have everything we need by January 3rd. We already have our reading schedule ready. I will be posting that either on the website, carpenterministries.org, or I will be posting it on our Facebook page, Trail Mix for Journey Through the Word. So you can find them there. Other than that, that's the beginning of our journey. I hope this has answered some questions for you. If you have more questions, obviously you can put them in the comments. One of the things we are doing is we are looking at the comments, and if you post a comment and it's not immediately there or a question, just know that we are screening so that we protect things that come onto our our YouTube channel. Sometimes you can get people who have a different point of view who decide that they're going to use your YouTube channel to promote their thinking. That's not what this channel is all about. So we will try to protect this channel and protect you from having to read some of the garbage that is coming down the pike these days. So please, by all means, put your questions or your comments. And I pray that you will prayerfully consider what program God would have you read through the Bible. It's not a question of whether to read through the Bible. I hope the question is, which way do I want to read through the Bible? And that if God leads you to take this journey with us, we are glad to have you. We are looking forward to beginning on January 3rd, 2022. And we hope that you'll join us as we walk through the pages of the book together and enjoy this exciting journey.